A superb spell of bowling from Josh Tong gave Worcestershire real momentum at the end of day one after they were dismissed for 267 at New Road. Despite losing key man Tom Kohler-Cadmore to Yorkshire with immediate effect, Worcestershire were hoping to bounce back straight away against a Glamorgan side who won their first game of the championship season in the last round. Glamorgan chose to bowl first, and it proved to be an inspired decision. It took just 3 balls for Carey to bowl Mitchell, clipping his off stump. Fell was the next man to be dismissed for just 7 runs, with Van der Koopten trapping him in front to leave the home side with a potentially tricky morning ahead. With the total on 14, Van der Koopten claimed Oliveira as his second victim, having him caught by Donald, again for just 7. Cox and Clark provided some resistance for the next wicket, advancing the score with a flurry of boundaries before Hogan bowled Clark for 25 in the 23rd over. After the restart, things didn't get much better for the home side. Despite Cox scoring consecutive boundaries, his partner Whiteley was dismissed by Van der Koopten for just 6, Worcestershire teetering at 109 for 5. Cox continued to score freely and was joined by Barnard, who got off the mark well with a flurry of early boundaries. More powerful boundary hitting from Cox saw him strike his way to 93 before he was dismissed by Van der Koopten, his 4th wicket of the day. Leach was the next man in, and despite hitting Hogan to the ropes in the 48th over, fell to the same bowler for just 13. Shanti joined Barnard at the crease, but he only lasted 15 balls and was caught behind off Carey's bowling for 3. While all around him failed to ignite, Barnard accumulated runs and reached his half-century in the 62nd over. Barnard and Tong guided Worcestershire for 235 for 8 at tea, with a quick-fire 24 from the latter helping the scorecard along. Having reached 50 just before the interval, Barnard became Salter's first scalp of the afternoon, losing his wicket for 60 to leave his side 9 down. Tong then struck what could turn out to be 3 important boundaries before losing his wicket for 41 off Salter's bowling to leave Worcestershire 267 all out. Glamorgan started their reply well, with boundary hitting from Rudolph keeping the scoreboard ticking along. But Selman, playing the anchor role, could only make 4 before being bowled by Leach. With the score barely moving, Tong got in on the act, bowling Bragg for 7, and then dismissing Ingram for 2 just 2 overs later. Only 4 runs were added to the total when Donald was dismissed for a duck, Tong the bowler. Things then went from bad to worse for the visiting side. Lloyd the next man to go, Tong's 4th victim of the innings. And Worcestershire weren't done yet. In the same over, Van der Koopten was caught behind, leaving Glamorgan in real strife. Glamorgan closed on 76 for 6 after a great spell from Tong. The visitors will be hoping to pile on the runs in the morning session.